Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today we are going to take a spoiler-free look at Kaiju number 8, chapter 87. Alright, so the new chapter is dropped, and it had a plot, right? I mean, I'm sure it had a plot, but I'm sure it had story, I'm sure things happened, but there is only one clear image in my mind from this chapter. Mwah! And if you've read the chapter, you know what it is, and if you haven't read the chapter, then it's a spoiler. So I am going to try really, really hard to talk around that beautiful, awesome, clear image in my head. I just want to say that one of the greatest attractions of Kaiju number 8, the thing that got me to click on it in the first place, is the Kaiju art. I mean, you look, each of the numbered Kaiju has been so distinct up to this point. You really can't get them mixed up. And I think that Kaiju number 6 was possibly the only generic looking one. And there are themes, of course, the type of muscle, but each kaiju has been astounding. Kaiju number 6 was Godzilla. Kaiju number 4 was like a giant dragonfly. Kaiju number 2 was just a bulked out absolute unit of a Godzilla kaiju. You know, I don't even think we've seen Kaiju number 3 yet. In fact, We've barely had its reference memorized. Same with Kaiju number 5 and Kaiju number 7. But, of course, our titular character, Kaiju number 8, but the line work is so crisp and controlled. Matsumoto's line work manages to balance that fine line between being so precise that it's stiff and architectural, because an architectural design, a technical drawing of a skyscraper, is a fantastic work of art, but nobody but like architects want to look at it. And you can capture motion and freestyle in sketches. That's what animatics are all about. But a lot of times they lack applied technical skill. Matsumoto's genius is being able to take that architectural level of applied skill, of controlled lines, and give them movement and life. And oh my goodness, the image of the kaiju we get in this chapter is just amazing, astounding. But you know what? Stuff actually did happen. Once more, to nobody's surprise, so this is not a spoiler, this is a standard shonen chapter. There are no plot twists. There is nothing that we, the audience, wasn't expecting. The course of the story changes in an absolutely predictable way. If you read the past 2 chapters, having read no Kaiju number 8 at all, but having a solid understanding of shonen manga tropes, you would be able to predict where this chapter goes. And again, Matsumoto knew that in advance. Matsumoto knew that for Jin Narumi's combat chapters, by this time, we know that Jin Narumi has shonen main character plot armor. We know what his backstory was leading up to this point. Therefore, we know how the chapters are going to go. That's why Matsumoto gifted us one major plot element, that absolute unit of a kaiju, and let's see, another major plot element. Okay, I can't tell you what the 2 plot elements are without going into spoilers. But we get 3 gifts. None of them are surprises. Not one of them is something that's going to completely knock you off your feet plot-wise. They are things that we were expecting to get. But getting all 3 of them at once in a single chapter, it's not Matsumoto's apology for giving us a standard shonen chapter, because Matsumoto has nothing to apologize for. Again, this is the way the story had to go because of the kind of story that it is. If Matsumoto had tried to force a plot twist or a big shock into here, it probably would have degraded the quality of the story. Again, the C.S. Lewis quote, I've said it before, I will say it again. Don't try to be original. Tell a good story. And to tell a good story, Matsumoto had to stick to the tropes. So, in order to prevent this chapter from being boring, what Matsumoto did was, one, pull out all the stoppers on the artwork. There's a few pages that are just his standard artwork, and Matsumoto's standard is already well above the average for Shonen Jump manga. But, oh my goodness, when you get to page 19, the artwork. Yes, the artwork. So that was the first gift. The second gift is the clearly defined conclusion to a plot arc that we have been following since, I think, like chapter 68. So for 20 chapters, something was proposed and has been developed, and it is concluded beautifully in this chapter. It is a reveal. It is an expected reveal. It is not a plot twist at all in any way, shape, or form, but it is a very satisfying reveal. We expected to see this, and we saw it. Matsumoto set it up. Matsumoto delivered. So we have one absolutely solid reveal of something that was expected. A banger of an art page. Oh my goodness, I want it's a page and a half spread, half of page 18, all of page 19. I want that as a poster. I want the full poster, all the text balloons gone. It's glorious. It is absolutely glorious. The design, the execution. I am rambling. Okay, the third thing. The third thing is some feels, a plot element that really connects us both to characters, both living and both present and not. And it really humanizes the characters. It makes us feel for them. And with the information that we've gotten back from previous chapters, we understand how these characters are suffering, how these characters are succeeding. So we've got a solid bundle of feels, a conclusion to an expected story arc, setup and payoff, and just that art page on page 19. All right, this was awesome. This chapter was so awesome, so inspiring, that before I could even do this video, before I could do any of my usual stuff, I had to go over to the video editor that I use. By the way, Clipchamp. They don't endorse this product. This isn't a product endorsement. Clipchamp on their free online video editor. It's the one I used to make the background to this video, and it's just I just really enjoy using it. Anyway, focusing. This chapter leaves such a strong emotional resonance when it's done that I had to run over and make that background, make a couple of GIFs. It inspired me to create. I truly did something in this chapter compelled me to create. And that is why I've been able to get 2 complete videos out of every single chapter that has dropped. I think only a handful of times I've actually had to put effort into it. Matsumoto has, yes, this is a very standard shonen manga. No, there are no major plot twists. Yes, all it has going for it is just the incredible artwork and solid storytelling. It's not earth-challenging. But this manga is the reason I put this manga head and shoulders above all the other shonen manga. It inspires me. I find this manga inspiring, and I really wish I had the technical critical skill to take it apart and find out what gem of value was in Kaiju number 8 that is so inspiring. But the reason I am here talking about it 87 chapters in, still doing both a spoiler-free and a fully spoiler review for every single chapter, is that it's good, it's inspiring, and I've at least gotten one person hooked on it. I do recommend it to everybody. All right, but I'm finished rambling. What do you think, my wonderful viewers? Are you going to try to get yourself a poster of page 19 of the page and a half spread on page 19 and 18 when they come out? What did you think of the emotional gift that Matsumoto gave us to make up for the boring nature of the inherent nature of the chapter, predictable inherent nature of the chapter? And what did you think of the setup and reveal? And I am curious, do you genuinely think that this chapter could have been done better in any other way? And what did you feel? How did the end of this chapter leave you feeling? That's because really that is what we remember. We don't remember plots or story beats or stuff like that. In the end, we remember I put down the manga and I felt inspired. Hit that like and subscribe button. Go check out the links below the video to get yourself a copy of my book, Flying Sparks, which does have giant shape-shifting aliens in it that occasionally do come out of the water sometimes. So, peace out, my wonderful viewers. Deep within the forest, trees walk. On the mountains, boulders dance. In the skies, stars sing. And within, a human heart is breaking. Naturally, the park ranger was tremendously annoyed at all of this. Flying Sparks Volume 1, 100,000 words and another look into the McCarty family as aliens and first contact play across their lives. Available on Indiegogo for pre-order through June, and the crowdfund Indiegogo campaign will be up and running through July of 2023. Dragons! Aliens! Check out the link below the video to go get yourself a pre-order of Flying Sparks Volume 1. If you pre-order before July 1st, you will also get a free copy of Dying Embers, the original book published in 2024.